Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial using only drugstore products. And when I say drugstore products, I mean stuff that you can go to Walmart, to a grocery store, to a pharmacy to pick up. And they're also more affordable. And I know this is a lot of products, so don't feel like you gotta go get everything that I've used, because some of it I don't really care for. And I'll let you know what those products are as I'm going throughout the tutorial. But some of the stuff I'm in love with, I usually keep in my makeup kit all the time. So I'll let you guys know what those are as the tutorial goes along. But if you aren't a subscriber, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. That way you guys can get updates on when I do upload a video. And if you don't know how to subscribe, there's a subscribe button down here, or maybe down here, I'm not really sure. Just click on that, and I know that you do have to create a YouTube account, but I would really appreciate it. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it on Facebook, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Hey guys, I'm going to start off by pulling back my hair to keep it out of my face. And then I'm going to start by priming my face with this L'Oreal Magic Lumi Concealer. It does have a luminosity to it, so if you girls are oily, I would not use this primer. But I'm going to start by putting it off on my T-zone and then on my forehead where I have some fine lines. This is going to act as a primer for our foundation, give our foundation something to stick to. And then I'm going to start by using this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. It's a pretty good concealer for drugstore, but I'm going to start concealing some of the redness I have on my chin, around my nose, and hide some of that, those circles that I have under my eye. And then I'm going to take this damp Real Techniques blender. This is an alternative for the Beauty Blender. It's a pretty good sponge. It's not as soft as the Beauty Blender, but it serves the same purpose. You can get it at Walmart. You just need to get it dampened. Just go and run it under some water and squeeze. And then you're going to wring it out in a towel or a paper towel. But you want to get it as big as you can. And then I'm just taking it and blending that out with that. And then I'm going to use this Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. This is the first time I use this foundation. Actually, it's the second time, but I just went and purchased it. It's a pretty good foundation. It's very full coverage. It wore pretty good throughout the day. It did break up and leave my chin a little bit, but that's a typical problem that I have with lots of foundations. But this is going to be a foundation that a lot of different skin tones can use. Oily, dry, normal, combination skin. All you guys can use this because it did not make me oily at all. It was actually I was pretty impressed with this foundation. It was a little too dark for me at the moment, but that's just kind of something that you have to deal with when you get something from the drugstore. You just kind of have to guess your color. But this is, I'm just doing this with a beauty blender again. And then I'm going to go in and conceal with that same Fit Me concealer. I'm just going to do this under my eyes. I'm putting a pretty generous amount under there, which I typically do. And then I'm just going to take that same Real Techniques blender and I'm going to blend that out. Going back towards my temple, just pouncing a little bit up and down. And then I'm going to take it over my eye as well. This is going to act as a primer for your eyelid also. It's going to cancel out any discoloration, cover any veins that you may have. This is just kind of something that I've always liked to do. Instead of going and buying another primer just for your eyes, you can use not your foundation, but your concealer for that as well. But I'm just blending that out, and then I'm going to take this NYX HD Studio translucent setting powder. And this, guys, I do not like. This is not a good powder. You have to put a lot under there, under your eye. It takes a lot, and then it doesn't go on evenly. It's very grainy, like, I don't know. I just don't like this powder. And it, you could see it. It would patch up and kind of separate, and throughout the day, it just did not look good. And it's very strong. Like, it made me cough, and I got it everywhere. And then I'm going to take this brow pencil from Maybelline. I was very pleasantly surprised with this brow pencil. It's really good. I think it's going to be something that I probably repurchase. It did not flake up. It was pretty pigmented. I did not have to like keep going over it just to get some color payoff on my brows. And I actually did. It was easy to blend out, and it didn't flake up like I thought it was going to. It all around, I was pleasantly surprised with this. So if you guys are in the market for a brow pencil, this is definitely one that I would go purchase. It's by Maybelline. It's pretty comparable to the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil. It's not exactly the same, but it does pretty well for the price. So I'm just filling in those brows, and I keep going back and blending with that spoolie. And then I'm going to take this Nudes palette by Maybelline. This palette was okay. I don't really have many complaints about it other than the shimmers were kind of hard to blend out. And I'm going to take this fluffy brush that I got from Walmart, and I'm going to take this gray color. It's not a gray color, it's got some brown in it. And I'm just going to put that on the fluffy brush, and I'm going to go back and forth in my crease for that transition color. I'm just going back and forth in transition, not transition, but back and forth in windshield wiper motions. This is going to act as a transition color. I'm just kind of keeping that in the crease. I'm not going up too high, but I'm just going back and forth and kind of going in circular motions. I cut out some of this, but I really took my time with blending this out. That's something that you have to do with these drugstore eyeshadows. They take a little while to blend out. Then I'm going to go in with this gold color. It's going to act as a lid color, and I'm going to put it on the shader brush that I got at Walmart also. And I'm just packing this on my lid like halfway over from the inner corner. This is something that you have to keep going back and picking up color, packing it on, going back and picking up color, and putting more on. These drugstore shimmer colors just aren't very pigmented. So that's something that you have to keep going back and doing and putting a little bit more color on. But we're just putting this on the inner corner. And then I'm going to go in and pick up this warm colored shimmer color. It doesn't look very shimmery in the video, but it's got some shimmer in it. And then we're going to take it on that same brush, and we're just going to start concentrating on that outer crease. We're kind of making like an ombre effect, flicking it inward. We're keeping this pretty low. We're not going above that transition color. Just taking your time. You know, you have to go back and pick up a little bit more color, but you want to start out with the least amount of color. But we're just taking our time and blending that in, kind of making a V shape on the outer corner of our eye. And in between these steps, I didn't show it here, I don't think, but I'm taking that same fluffy brush and I'm going back and blending between each step. But I'm doing the same thing on the other eye, just taking that same color and lightly building, flicking inward. We're just trying to create like an ombre effect that goes from gold to the shimmery brown color. And then I'm going back and picking up that same fluffy brush and I'm blending, making sure there's no harsh lines. This is just, I cannot stress it enough, just to go back and blend between every step with that fluffy brush. Then I'm going to go back and take this dark chocolate color. It's got a little bit of gray. And I'm going to take it on that same shader brush and I'm going to start putting it in the outer corner of my eye. It got a little blurry, so I had to edit some of that out so you guys could see it. But I just started lightly packing it on there, and then I'm taking that fluffy brush and blending it out. You can see all the steps when I do it on this eye, but I'm lightly putting it in there to start with and building the color. And I'm just kind of going in a V shape down towards my eye, lash line, and then up towards my crease. Just keeping that pretty low into the socket. And then I'm going to take that fluffy brush and just blend it out, keep going back and forth, and then in circular motions, just to make sure there's no harsh lines. And then I'm wiping away that translucent powder that I had under my eye. And then I'm going to go in with this. It's from, I think it's from L'Oreal. It's a voluminous eyeliner pen. It's got a felt tip on it, and this is another thing that I was pleasantly surprised with. It does really good. However, the felt tip is not very soft. It's kind of hard, but I think the more I use it, the softer it'll get. But I'm just doing a winged liner. I'm drawing that line along my lash line first, and then I'm going to start drawing my wing. But I do really like this pen. I think it's going to be something that I reach for a lot to use. Again, it was from L'Oreal. It's a voluminous black eyeliner pen. I got it at Walmart also. And it lasted throughout the night. We went and rode four-wheelers after I put all this makeup on. And it lasted really well. And I was very surprised. This is something that I'll probably repurchase. And I know that I'm kind of going out of focus. I need to get better at looking at the camera to see if I'm in the view. But when I'm doing my eyeliner, I get in the zone and I don't really pay attention to the camera. I'm just concentrating on making that wing really sharp. And I'm just doing the same thing on the other eye, just drawing out that line along my lash line first. And this is just something that takes a lot of practice. And if you mess up, don't worry. You'll get it right eventually. It took me a long time to learn how to do winged liner, especially on my eyes, because some people, it's hard to draw a winged liner on their eye. Mine being one of those, because I have kind of like a folded eyelid, but you learn eventually what looks right on your own eye, and you just adapt and you can make it look good. I'm drawing that wing, connecting it to that line that we drew along our lash line. And then I'm filling it in. This is probably what takes me the longest, is to do my eyeliner. Then I'm taking this voluminous original from L'Oreal. It's one of the best drugstore mascaras, but I'm just putting some on there. That way, when I apply my false lashes, you can't really tell the difference between my actual eyelashes and then my false ones. And then I'm going to be taking these lashes from Kiss. I got these at Walmart. They remind me a lot of the Ardell Demi Wispies. They're a little bit longer, but I'm taking this Revlon eyelash glue. And I know I've already got them on and you're only getting to see a clip of this, but I was out of view of the camera. So I'm sorry, but you guys get a little clip, snippet of what I was doing. Then I'm taking that dark color on the other end of that fluffy brush that I got at Walmart. And I'm just taking that dark color that I put in our outer crease, and I'm going to just rub that along my eyelash line and blend it out really good. This is gonna just pull everything together when you put an eyeshadow underneath your eye. it's just a necessary step that I think looks really good on everybody. Then I'm going to take this black eyeliner from L'Oreal. This is one of my favorite eye kohls. You can get it at Walmart. And I'm putting that in my waterline. It's something that I really love to do. It just kind of makes your eye look a little bit darker. And then I'm going to go in and start bronzing and contouring a little bit with this Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. This is the first time I've ever bought that, and y'all, I love this stuff. It smells so good, and it's one of those colors that's going to look good on everybody. This is a Real Techniques brush, and it's really good for going into that contour line and really getting in there underneath that jawbone. But it's one of my favorite brushes to use. I just recently purchased it not long ago, and I have used it almost every day. So if that tells you something, I really like this brush. And then the bronzer also, like I was saying, it smells so good. And it's very blendable. And it'll look good on all sorts of skin tones. Now, if you're really dark, this probably won't show up too well on your skin. But if you're fair to medium skin tone, this will be something that you guys will really like. But this will probably be something that I use often. I was really pleasantly surprised, but I'm just kind of contouring and then bronzing. Then I'm going to take this CoverGirl Cheekers. I can't remember the color of it. I'm going to put it on this Real Techniques brush. It's a powder brush, but I'm using it as a blush brush. And I'm just putting that on my cheeks. This is one of my favorite blushes. It's like $2 from Walmart. But it's kind of got like a highlight color in it also. It's a deep rosy color. But it looks really beautiful. It's one of those great finds. Those cheeker blushes are actually really good. And then I'm taking this highlight from Physicians Formula. It's a pearl color. This is what I used to use all the time before I started buying more high-end highlighters, but this is a really good one. I'm just kind of putting that on the high points of my cheeks, and then I'm going to put it on the tip of my nose and on the bridge of my nose and on my Cupid's bow. But it's a really pretty color. And then I'm going to take this lip pencil, and I lost the clip of me doing my lips, so it's just going to kind of cut to the end. But this is the final look, and I appreciate everybody watching, and if you would, please subscribe for me, and I hope you guys have a great day.